Good morning to one and all. So today we will discuss a topic that is interdependence of agriculture and industry. So here, the theme of the title, the lecture is the interdependence of agriculture and industry. How the two sectors, how the industry as well as agriculture sector, how they are depending on each other. So that is the main topic which we are going to discuss now. Okay. So here, what is mean by interdependence? First, we need to understand what is mean by interdependence. So generally, the interdependence, as I told you that the interdependence, one sector depends on another sector depends on another sector. Nothing but each sector depends on. So here, interdependence is mutual dependence between things. Nothing but interdependence, nothing but between any sectors, any things also. So inter means between. Simple, you can understand. So inter means between the dependent thing, but one sector depends on other sector depends on that one sector. For example, x is depends on y depends on x. So that is called interdependence. Each sector depends on other sector. And we often use interdependence to describe the complex system. When there is a complex system, we can understand that we can use this term, the interdependent, to describe the complex system. So how one sector is depends on another sector, and how other sector is depends on another sector. For example, if you take interdependence between industry and service sector. So how the agriculture, how industry sector depends on in the service sector, how service sector can depends on industrial sector. So that is we can study. Okay. So here we have only two sectors, industry as well as agriculture. So here we need to understand the both sectors of industry as well as agriculture. So these sectors are lifeline of the economy. For example, if you take in earlier, so most of the people are depending on agriculture sector. As we discussed in the last class, around 52% of the population are depending on agriculture sector. Nothing but so the agriculture sector providing is 52% of the livelihood to the people. For example, here mainly in earlier days, nowadays the priority to the service sector has been increased. Though earlier the industry as well as agriculture plays a very important role in the economy. Even though now service sector is playing an important role in the economy, though the industry as well as agriculture sectors are lifeline of the economy. Without these two things, there is no service sector, right? So here, how the agriculture sector can contribute towards the economy, we can come to know that. So as we discussed in the previous class also, see, the agriculture meets people's demand for food. Means that when there is a demand from the people's side, nothing but whatever they need in order to consume, in order to sustain their lives. So the agriculture sector can provide or meets the people demand for food. For example, if you take industry or service sector can provide some services. For example, if you take internet or hospitality, for example, if you take like that. So here, without having food, we cannot sustain. So agriculture sector is a main backbone of the economy. So that is the case. The agriculture meets the people demand for food. The second point, the industry meets people's demand for other goods. For example, what industry can meet the people demand? For example, if you take into account clothes, houses, electricity, shoes, books, transport vehicles. For example, after consuming some food, for example, whatever you are going to consume food, so you need some, for example, you need some other things. For example, in order to wear cloth, you need some cloth. Where the cloth can be produced in industries, how the house can be constructed if it is in the part of industry, how you are going to get some electricity, the power. For example, when you are using online class, when you are attending online classes without having a proper power, you cannot attend the classes. For example, without having charging, can you attend the class? No. So the electricity, so it is a part of the industry. And shoes, for example, if you wear the shoes, so you can purchase the shoes from the industries. And books, whatever you are going to read some books, so that is produced in the industry. And transport vehicle, for example, you know, to travel from one place to another another place, so you should have to use the transport vehicles, right? So these are, for example, after meeting the people first demand of the food, so we will prefer other commodities such as cloth, house, electricity, shoes, books, tables, right? So This is the industry, how the industry can meet the people's demand. Then, as industry and agriculture are must for any society. So, do you think that only the agriculture is need for the society? Yes, please. Jnana and other people, Divya and Bhagyalakshmi. మీరు ఈ ఒక్క అగ్రికల్చరే మాత్రమే సొసైటీకి ఉపయోగపడుతుంది అనుకుంటారా, లేకపోతే ఇండస్ట్రీకి ఉపయోగపడదాం అనుకుంటారా? ఎస్ ప్లీజ్, ప్లీజ్ రెస్పాండ్. హలో, ఆర్ యు దేర్? భాగ్యలక్ష్మి, సోనాలిక, సుప్రియ, స్వరూప.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Please respond. See that here, as agriculture, industry and agriculture are must for the any society. Do you think that only one is need? No, there should be a two
No,
sectors
sir.
must be need. Along with the two, the service sector also need. But without having these two sectors, there is no requirement of the third sector. So therefore, so the two sectors, the industry, agriculture, are must for any society. Any society. Both food and non-food items are very essential for human living. For example, if you take into account, without food, we cannot sustain. Sometimes without non-food also we cannot sustain. For example, see, if you have the food without having the clothes, right, we cannot sustain. Earlier in traditional, in the olden days, without having the clothes also they have been lived, right? So here, nowadays we need both food and non-food items, so which are very essential for human livings, right? So both are complementary as far as satisfaction of wants of people. See here, the both food and non-food items are complementary as far as satisfaction of wants of people. For example, you have some want, you have some desire, right? You want to consume some food as well as you want to wear the cloth. This is your desire, or that is your wants, right? So therefore, these are the two complementary goods, the food and non-food. And industry alone cannot progress without agriculture sector. See here, even the three sectors are there, but one sector cannot alone progress without agriculture sector. Here only we are discussing, as I told you as I cited in the before, here we discuss only two sectors, industry and agriculture. But whereas if you take into account three sectors, any sector cannot allow progress. Nothing but any sector alone cannot progress. Nothing but any sector cannot progress without another sector, because the sectors are interdependent. Interdependent. For example, do you think that will you progress without depending on other people? Yes, please. Hello. Will you progress? Nothing. Will you develop without depending on other people? No, it is not possible. It means that in terms of, for example, if you want to produce a commodity, you need to depend on the customer, right? If you have the money, it is not a dependent, right? So you need to depend on other sectors like that. So in order to develop one sector, it must be dependent on other sector. Nothing but the industry or agriculture sector cannot progress without another sector. Simple. Another sector. Yeah, I think you understood what is interdependence between agriculture and industry? Just meaning. Hello. Hello, dear students.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Then another point, see, both must grow simultaneously. For example, see, the both sector, for example, agriculture as well as industry, the both sector can grow simultaneously, and both are dependent on each other in respect to demand and supply. For example, as I told you in earlier, the agriculture sector depends on industry sector depends on agriculture. How it can be depends on other sector with respect to the demand and supply. For example, as I told you that interdependence. For example, simply you can take example industry, sugarcane industry. This sugarcane, where sugar can be produced, sugarcane industries. Am I right, Bhagalakshmi? Hello. Where sugar can be
Yes, sir.
produced, sugar industry, right? So the sugar, how they can produce the sugar?
Yes.
How they can produce the sugar?
Sugar cane.
Sugarcane, right? Where sugar can be produced in agriculture sector. So the industry, the sugarcane industry, sugar industry depends on agriculture, right? For example, if you take agriculture, how agriculture can depends on industry?
Yes, sir.
Can you give an example? Here we told that we discussed about how the industry sector depends on agriculture, right? Sugar and sugarcane. How agriculture can depends on industry? Seeds and fertilizers. Am I right? Nagarjuna, urea, DAP. I think you might have
Yes, sir.
listened to these things, right? So where they can be produced in industries, right? So here the agriculture sector depends.
Very first class. Well, that
Sorry for that. Is it visible now? Hello? Is it visible, Amma? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So sorry,
Yes, sir.
it is a network problem only. Okay. So here both are dependent on each other in respect to the demand and supply. See how agriculture depends on industry, how industry depends on agriculture. For example, if you take fertilizers and pesticides or chemicals, so the agriculture depends on industries. For example, industry, how industry can depend on agriculture. For example, sugarcane. Okay. So I'm going to give the brief details how the industry sector depends on agriculture and how agriculture sector can depend on industry. See, first we will discuss how is industry depends on agriculture.
ఈమెయిల్ పంపిస్తున్నాను
Yeah, please.
అయితే అట్లా పోయింది మరి నా ఈమెయిల్ తోటి క్రియేట్ చేస్తున్నా
So how industry depends on agriculture? It means that
మీదే పెట్టన్నా
Amma, no, మీద పెడతావా పైన పెడతావా? Who is that? Please unmute. Otherwise. Yeah. Right. Yeah, see here. First one, how industry can depends on agriculture. See, the industry receives raw material from the agriculture. See, the whatever the industries are there, the most of the industries are depending on agriculture. So industry sector can receive raw materials in order to produce the output. So here see the agriculture sector provides raw materials to the various industries. For example, if you take textile industry, so what is the raw cotton? For example, whatever you are going to produce the cotton, right? That is called raw cotton. So in order to produce the cloths, so they need to use the raw cotton. So that is the textile industry can be depends on the agriculture sector. That is a raw cotton. And for example, if you take oil, whether it is if you take cooking oil or air oil, so any other oil, so where it can be produced by using oil seeds, where it can be produced in agriculture sector, right? For example, if you take coconuts, where it can be produced in agriculture, right? For example, sugar, so the sugar can be used produced by using sugar cane. For example, if you take tea, so where it can be tea industry, nothing but for example tea powders. This is another industry. So where it can be depending the tea leaves. The tea leaves, there is a plantations, right? So the tea plantations becomes under the, so it is in the part of agriculture. For example, if you take coffee, okay, for example, cafe coffee day like that. See, so where they can produce some coffees or coffee powder, so where it can be depends on the. Yeah, sorry for the disturbance because due to some network issue only it is happening. Right? Is it understood? First one, please let me know. Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Second one, the population engaged in agriculture is source of demand for industrial goods. For example, whatever the population are engaged in the agricultural sector is a source of demand for industrial goods. For example, if you are engaged in agricultural sector, you are going to purchase some industrial goods. For example, see, when we are in the agriculture families, Do we have TVs or fans or fridges or ice creams, clothes? Yes, please. Hello, please respond. Hello. Hello. See here, generally, basic needs is food for all human beings. For example, as we know that, so there is a basic needs of human being is food, right? So once this food is fulfilled, for example, when first
Yes, sir.
need is nothing but food. After consuming the food or after fulfilling our food, we will try to satisfy our needs by using other commodities. For example, we need to uh, nothing but we need to enjoy our life. For example, by wearing good clothes or ice creams, we need to satisfy ourselves by using ice creams and shoes and fridges and fans and TVs. Hello, are you there or why it is happening? Is it disconnected sometimes? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, just a minute. I will tell you what is.
Yes, sir.
Wait. Why it is? I think the problem has been solved. Let me know that that we get like this. Yeah. See here, the population engaged in the agriculture sector is source of demand for agriculture industry goods. For example, those who are engaged in agriculture sector, so there is a good demand for the industrial goods. For example, here, those who have engaged nothing but those who are in the agriculture field, they may be purchased cloths, ice creams, shoes, fridges, fans, etc., TVs, etc. For example, tables, mobiles, okay, or some other industries goods, right, or coolers, right? So these are manufactured in the industries. So this is the one of the how the industry depends on agriculture, and agriculture is a source of labor for industries. At the same time, see how the industry can depends on agriculture. Nothing but where there is a agriculture, nothing but there is a huge number of people who are engaged in the agriculture sector. So therefore, the industries depends on agriculture labors. For example, in the case of source of labor, when a country is underdeveloped, it is primarily in an agriculture economy. So as we know that the primary characteristics of Indian economy or underdeveloped economy, right? So when you are studying intermediate level or plus two level or degree level, graduate level, so you might have studied that what are the characteristics of underdeveloped countries. Means that most of the people are depending on agriculture sector. So it say that so it is a underdeveloped country. Like that. So when a country is underdeveloped, it is primarily an agriculture economy. It means that most of the people are depending on agriculture sector. As the development takes place, the comparative needs of labor in agriculture declines. For example, as the development is taking place in the economy, so there is a labor can be changes, nothing but the labor can be converted into the industries. Okay, so here the spelling mistake, right? So as development takes place, the comparative needs for the labors in agriculture is decline. Nothing but the sector, nothing but the percent of the people depending on the number, the percent of people who are depending on agriculture has been declining. For example, earlier we came to know that we have studied also 80 to 90% of the people are depending on agriculture. Later on 70%, later on 60%. At present, around 52%, right? So around 51 to 52% of the people are depending on agriculture. Nothing but so year by year, the number of laborers who are depending on agriculture has been declined or decreased. So here see, as income increases, increase the demand for food and non-food items. For example, as we know that when you are getting a less income, there is a less demand for the goods. Am I right? Hello. Hello. Yes. So
Yes,
when your
sir.
income is increases, there is a good demand. Nothing but increase the demand for the food and non-food items. For example, see when you are getting a less income, the 10,000 rupees per month, so you are going to consume a rice bag or some vegetables, right? And you will cook your own self, right? Yourself only you will going to cook. When you are getting 50,000 rupees per month, therefore there's a high demand. Nothing but the demand for the food and non-food items will be increases. For example, when your income increases, you are going to increase the food consumption as well as non-food items. When your income is increases, you are going to purchase a TV, sofa set, or fans, or refrigerators, right? Fridges, like that. When your income increases, increase the demand for other goods. That is the food and non-food items. At the same time, the productivity increases due to use of fertilizers and pesticides. For example, here see, in case of agriculture, how agriculture sector can depends on industry. See, so yeah, as I told you, the agriculture sector is depends on industry. For example, fertilizers and pesticides, HIV seeds and machines, tractors, etc. Where the tractors can be produced in industries, where the fertilizers and pesticides can produce in industries, right? So when you are using seeds, fertilizers, pesticides, and chemical machines or chemicals, so automatically your productivity will be increased. The production per acre will be increased, or production per hectare will be increased. Am I right? Hello. Have you understood this point?
Sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
So,
sir.
as a result, the less number of people required to produce the crops from given piece of land. So, what is happening nowadays in agriculture? Only less number of people are required for in order to produce the crops. For example, see, in order to sowing the seeds, we are using machines. For example, tractors. For example, nowadays, మనం మొక్కలు వేయడానికి nothing but మన విత్తనాలు వేయడానికి ఇట్లా we are using machines, tractors. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
So earlier we used to put the seeds through labor, right? So in earlier also we have used to put the fertilizer manually. Nothing but persons they have to put the fertilizer. Nowadays there are machines and in order to spray the pesticides also. For example, మన మందులు పిచ్చికారి మందులు అంటాం కదా, అవి చల్లడానికి ఏం యూజ్ చేసేవాళ్ళం earlier? We have used only manually, right? So earlier there is some bore pumps also there. So we have used that what is called sprinklers. Nothing but earlier we used it to some what is called మందు పంపులు అంటుంటారు కొన్ని ఏరియాలో, ఒక్కో దగ్గర కొన్ని అవి అంటుంటారు. ఓకే, సో earlier nowadays we are using the drones, right? So I think you most of the people have know that what is mean by drone,
Yes,
right?
sir.
Nowadays in order to spread that
Sir.
chemicals around that crop, we are using drones. So here, as a result, the less number of people required to produce the crops given a piece of land, right? For example, when you see in foreign, so most of the people they are using only machines in order to produce the crops. And in the foreign, they are using helicopters and aeroplanes to spread the chemicals or pesticides, because their land is very big, 100 and 200 300 acres, right? So they cannot use the labors. Simple, they can use helicopters and aeroplanes to spread the chemicals. So this is one of the great thing in agriculture sector. So due to some innovations only, the labor, the thing, but the number of people, the requirement is very less, and industries can expand and require some labors of workers. For example, see, the in order to produce all those goods, for example, as we know that the industry agriculture people, they can go into purchase. For example, see, when you observe in the before 10 to 20 years back, in most of the agriculture families, they don't have the TVs, right? They don't have that fridges as well as coolers or machines, etc. Okay, so therefore nowadays they are going to purchase this kind of TVs, right? Some electronic goods, cookers, right? Or other mixies or fridges or coolers, right? So where it can be produced in industries. So when there is a industries, okay, so the industry in order to produce that commodities, TVs or refrigerator coolers, so they require some labors, right? So therefore the industries can expand and require some labors and workers. For example, I'm going to give best example. At present, during this 5 years, so most of the people are converted into the industries. For example, see, I think I think where some areas are there, there is industry. Sorry, the seeds industry. I think most of people will know that the seeds industry, the cotton seed industry or maize industries, for example, any seeds industry. Most of the rural people, those who are studied up to degree or inter, so they are going to, or those who are engaged in agriculture also, they are going to work in industries, seeds industries. So this is one of the great expand of require of some laborers or workers in industrial, right? Have you understood this point? Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Then fourth one, see,
Yes, sir.
agriculture sector can provide food to the population engaged in industry. See, how agriculture sector can depends on industry, how industry depends on agriculture. See, how industry depends on agriculture, because the agriculture sector can provide food to the engaged in industry. Nothing but those who are working in the industries, they are consuming the food, right? For example, where the food can be produced in agriculture only. So agriculture sector can provide food items such as cereals, pulses, vegetables, fruits, spices, etc. So these cereals and pulses and vegetables, fruits, spices are produced in agriculture sector, right? So here, those who are working in industry, for example, you are working as an industrial employee. So will you consume the cereal, pulses, or vegetable, right? You're going to consume. Am I right? So where it can be produced agriculture. So here the industry depends on agriculture, right? Yeah. Then the demand for the of entire people for food, whether they are working industry or service sector, is fulfilled by agriculture sector. For example, see, the demand for entire people for food. For example, entire world also we can say with for example those who are working industry as well as service sector. So the entire demand for the people, entire people, sorry, the demand for entire people for food, whether they are working industry as well as service sector, is fulfilled by the agriculture sector only. So wherever you are working, you are depending on agriculture sector. Without agriculture sector, you cannot sustain. Without fruits, without cereals, without rice, without pulses, without spices, you cannot sustain. Am I right? So here, the continuous availability of food items in industrial area is a precondition for industrial development. So what you are going to conclude here, see, the continuous availability of food items in industrial area is a precondition. Nothing but so it is a continuous process. If you stop 2 3 years without cultivating agriculture crops, nobody can sustain. That is the case. For example, without having the coolers or fans, without if you stop it through 2 3 years, we can sustain our life. But without producing the food items, can you sustain? No. So therefore, the continuous availability of food items in industrial area is precondition for industrial development. Without having the food, they cannot work properly, right? So without working properly, they cannot sustain nothing, but they cannot, the industries cannot take place, the development. I think you have understood that how the industry sector depends on agriculture. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
And the agriculture is a source of funds for industries. Say the agriculture sector is a source for industries. What is how the agriculture sector as a source of funds for industries in rural areas? People deposit their savings in the banks, right? For example, those who are getting some money by cultivating the crops, simple the farmers can deposit some amount of money in the bank or post offices, some financial institutions, right? So due to some certain limitations, fixed deposit, rural people is not able to investment in the agriculture. So, for example, those who are saving the money in the bank, right? So the banks will give the loans to the industries. Indirectly, the agriculture farmers are helping to the industries. For example, if you take Sri Lata, for example, Sri Lata is a farmer, so she has produced the crops by producing the crops only. She got 1 lakh rupee profit. Okay, so whatever she get 1 lakh rupees, simple she is going to deposit in the bank. So what the banks will do, whatever the banks can receive some money, nothing but whatever you deposited, Sri Lata, so the 1 lakh rupee will be give nothing but the bank people will give the loans to the industrial people, and by using the loans only, they are going to construct the or they are going to produce the goods in industries. So here, banks will investment on various industries to gain profits. For example, the banks also will give the loans, or they will directly investment in the in the industries to gain the profit, nothing but to get the profits. In this way, we can say that rural savings become a source of funds for industries. So here one of the source for the industry, nothing but rural source is one of the best source for the industries. So here, how agriculture sector depends on agriculture industries. For example, here first day, we discussed how industries depends on agriculture. Now agriculture sector depends on industries. For industries, provide seeds to the agriculture, as we discussed starting. So the industry sector can provide seeds to the industries. Nothing but good quality of seeds are an and then second one, industries provide fertilizer to the agriculture. For example, see, industry provides seeds as well as fertilizers and chemicals. So traditionally, Indian farmers have been using manure. For example, whatever the animal waste is there, so most of the people they have used that. Generally, we can say that manure nothing but animal wastages. Okay, and plants. So to make soil fertile, for example, in order to fertile the land, so we can generally we can use that ants wastages as well as animal wastages. Okay, so by using traditional manure only, farmers get less productivity. So for example, earlier most of the people have used that we can say the peda అంటాము. ఆ పేడను యూజ్ చేసి మొత్తం పంటను ఉత్పత్తి చేసేవాళ్ళు. So nowadays they are using the fertilizers in order to produce more output. So modern fertilizer, nothing but chemical fertilizer, has been increased the productivity of agricultural crops. The industry provides equipments and instruments of irrigation to agriculture. For example, as we know that in agriculture sector we need some drip irrigations, right? Drip irrigations, nothing but drip facilities, sprinklers. So where it can be produced? It can be produced in the industries, right? So without water, no crop can be grown. So Indian agriculture is mainly 70% dependent on rainfall. So as we last day we discussed, most of the Indian agriculture depends on rainfall only. So rain is controlled by nature, not man. See here you can remember that the rain is controlled by nature, not man. Nothing but we cannot control the rain, but it can be controlled by the nature. Nothing but when the nature is good, we will get more rainfall. If the nature is not good, so we will not get the rain. So simple, you can observe lockdown or in the last year when the lockdown was there, no one is producing goods and services. It means that industry was stopped. Nothing but the production has been stopped. There is no much pollution, right? So due to less pollution only, the rains were very high. Okay. So sometimes the excess water can not be good for the crops, right? So as you know that if the rain is very high, I think there is a floods, the crop will be get some damages, right? So in order to provide pipes, for example, if you take agriculture pipes such as sprinklers, drip irrigation, dams. In order to construct the dam, we need some cement. In the cement, we need to some iron and canals and pump sets. So this, in order to produce, in order to cultivate the crops, we need this kind of things. So these sprinklers and drip irrigation, dams and canal pump sets are produced in the industries, right? And industry provide pesticides. As we know that most of the pesticides are nowadays we are using, so farmers are getting lost by cultivating the crops due to various problems. Only 5 to 10% of the agricultural products are destroyed due to the pest. For example, as you know, pest nothing but diseases. Okay, so in order to overcome, in order to remove the diseases, we are using more pesticides. మనం అంటుంటాము పిచికారి వేస్తుంటాం చూసినా, అంటే పురుగులు రాని పంటకు పురుగులు వచ్చినాయి అనుకోండి, రోగాలు వస్తాయి. రోగాలు వచ్చినప్పుడు ఏం చేస్తాము, కొన్ని పెస్టిసైడ్స్ వాడుతుంటాం, మందులు వాడి వాడిని పిచికారి చేసి ఆటోమేటిక్గా పంటను సేవ్ చేసుకుంటాం. సో అవి యొక్క మందులు ఎక్కడ వస్తాయంటే ఇండస్ట్రీలో వస్తాయి. So industries provide materials for construction of building, for agriculture marketing. For example, when you are going to sell your produce or crops, so we are going to sell our products in the market, agriculture market, godowns, right? So in order to construct the godowns, we need some iron, steel, right, cement. So these are produced in the industries, and industries supply the manufactured goods to the people, such as TV factories, tractors, fridges, fans, etc. These are produced in industries, and industries is a source of funds for agriculture. At the same time, the industrial people, those who are getting some profit, they are going to save the money in the bank. The banks will give the loans to the agriculture farmers. For example, farmers loan or farmers loan. For example, as we know that, right?